everybody. I'm getting everything set up here. And then we will start a version of Chiller Chat. It's not going to be a real full-fledged episode because I don't have a guest tonight because I've got a brand new show coming up this Saturday. So I'm not doing a brand new one tonight for this coming Saturday. But let me make sure everything's running here. This is going to be more along the lines of what I do on Saturday nights. Okay, looks like everything is working here. Set that on public. All right, I remember this time. All right, now we'll put this on chat so I can see if anyone's writing anything. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Oh, I got a little heart there from a baby. Thank you, Ava. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead with the opening title. Are you ready for this? Let's do it. All right. I'm still getting used to how to operate all this stuff. I started doing this, the live stuff back in April, so I could get used to it, because that leads me up to where I'm at now, which is doing live shows. I have done live Chiller Chats with guests, and I've done those even as of not too long ago. The reason I'm not doing one tonight with a guest, so it's probably going to be a shorter version, is because, oh, JW says, is this on now? This is, the Chiller Chat is. I've been doing them on Tuesday nights. This isn't going to be a regular show, just because I've got a brand new show coming on Saturday night with guests. In fact, I'll be talking about that. But I wanted to come on here, make my presence known, and let you see Chiller Chat, because I want you to remember, repetition. Remember that it's on. It's on Tuesday nights, and then the Saturday Night Live pre-show is on Saturdays. I'll be getting into my idea about combining those here coming up here quick. Brad says, what's going on tonight, Brian? Well, this is basically just me on here doing a version of Chiller Chat where I'm just talking to you and letting you know what's coming up on Saturday night, and also just discussing, chatting with you guys, as far as I'm going to probably be combining Chiller Chat with the Chiller Night live pre-show coming up here shortly after I get the Skype working, and so I can have guests on here, and they can be right here, and I can be talking to them, and you can be hearing and seeing them at the same time. So, but this coming Saturday, let's see here. This Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chiller Chat will be Tops Paranormal, and that's Annette Holmes and Rod Fee, and they will be joining me at the we'll be in the Oil City studio for that one instead of doing the phone in. So that will be this Saturday. In fact, that's why I'm not having a guest on tonight, because of that reason. So but that will be coming up this Saturday night, and also I've got this Saturday night's schedule right here. Check this out. Ba-boom. Okay, let me take this off. Now, the Chiller Night schedule for this Saturday will be 9 o'clock. We're going to be playing The Bat. And then At 11 p.m., that will be the new Chiller Chat that I'm talking about with Tops Paranormal with Annette Holmes and Rod Fee. And then at 11:30, Chiller Night Theater, City of the Dead. Now that was last Saturday's feature movie. And 1:30 a.m., Chiller Chat. My guest will be that'll be the one where I'm talking to Aaron Madden. And then 2 a.m. will be The Bat once again, the one with Vincent Price. All right. So we'll put that here. We'll put these ones back up. JW says, I am so messed up with so much going on. Building a garage, redoing my kitchen and bath. I almost missed this. Oh, yeah, there's... I was debating whether to have this tonight because I didn't have a guest. So I thought, you know what? I'm just jumping. Even if I'm on here for 10 minutes, I'm just going to jump on here. I'm going to remind folks of the upcoming show Saturday night and kind of run a few ideas past some of you guys. Brad says, I was watching Aaron Madden lip syncing music video. Great video. Very popular music video. Yeah, got a lot of hits. A lot of hits. They did a good job. But that'll be this Saturday coming up. Oh yeah, this is kind of neat. This is something I wanted to do. Now this Saturday's feature movie is The Bat. So check this out. I'm gonna start doing this more and more.
Come in. Come closer. Closer. That's right. I'm Vincent Price. You'll be just as safe in this house of fear as any of the other 5 victims murdered by the Bat. In all of the annals of mystery, there's never been a more elusive, fearsome, and cunning killer. He'll lure you through hidden passages to make you his next victim. But nobody lives forever, so why be afraid of the Bat?
How long's he been dead?
Oh, I'd say about a half an hour. Do you believe it was the Bat?
That's a Bat's trademark.
Perhaps he's still in the house.
That's possible.
It says here that the Bat never leaves no fingerprints.
That's understandable. Having no face, he probably has no fingers either.
The Bat is waiting for you.
And how about that? Ba-boom! Got a trailer and everything. All right, so makes you want to see it even more, doesn't it? So I know it does with me. Brad says it's the Bat. Yes, coming your way Saturday night on Chiller Night Theater. So but hey, tonight really I'm just talking about Chiller Chat in general. I've been doing this now for 10 years. This has been an extension of my hosted horror show. And as of last year, or actually at the beginning of this year, we've really branched off into its own show, own 30-minute program. So now some changes are probably going to be occurring this coming year, such as I'm probably going to I'm really considering combining this with Chiller Night Live pre-show. I may do that. I probably will do that because my scheduling may be changing in so much that I might be doing everything on Friday nights instead of Saturdays. I mean, the shows will still be on Saturday nights, but my availability may not be all that great on Saturdays because Ava might be going on second shift, and if she does that, then we're only going to have Saturday and Sundays together. So I'm probably going to be doing everything I can on Friday nights. We'll see. That's something that I'm kicking around inside the old noggin. We'll see. I don't want to change things too drastically because everyone's kind of getting used to this. So, well, we'll see how it goes. And if you're interested in being a guest on Chiller Chat, let me know. You can either contact me on Facebook, or if you're on YouTube watching this, you can message me there. The best way, if you don't know how, right here, chillernighttheater.com. There's a contact menu there. You can just write to me on there. I'll get your email, and if you we talk about horror and science fiction and the paranormal, so if it falls under one of those categories, and even if it doesn't, we'll make it fit, because we're just that kind of show. We could probably, if you really want to be on that bad and you got something to talk about, we'll let me know. We'll discuss it, and if it looks within reason, we'll make it work. We'll see what we can do. So let me know, or if you know somebody. Now I was chatting with Aaron Madden just last night, and he put me in touch with somebody that he knew that was a really good candidate for being a guest on Chiller Chat. And I contacted that person, and we're going to set something up. So we'll see. I've got actually quite a bit of people who want to go to the studio in Oil City and be a guest rather than the call in. So I probably won't be filming any more at the studio until after the holidays, to be quite honest. This is a lot more practical for me to be doing it this way. Next Tuesday night, I will be having a guest on Chiller Chat. We'll be back to the normal format. I'll jump on here a few minutes before 8, interact with you folks a little bit, and then at 8 o'clock I'll be calling the guest, and we'll be chatting with them until 8:30. All right, and as always, it's an interactive program. If you guys have any questions for the guest, feel free to ask questions or to leave your comments, and should be a fun time. So. But as time goes on, I see Chiller Chat kind of expanding into a probably a longer program, more kind of like a radio program in some sense, in that, I'll have certain, news segments, we'll be doing stuff like that, be showing more movie trailers, and then we'll have at least a 30-minute segment for guests. So, and then Brad says, what about Chiller Chat pre-show at 8 p.m.? Would that work? It would. It would if I'd probably even start it a little earlier. Just getting ideas, Brad says. Yeah, no, that's fine. I just don't know if I'm going to be doing a live show on Saturday night anymore, like coming up. I mean, within the next few months, because of that might be the only time that the family can get together and do things. We'll see. I may have to switch everything to Friday. We'll see, though. These are just ideas. I'm just throwing them out there. Brad says Saturday. We'll see if I can. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. We'll see how it goes. these are just ideas I'm throwing out there. But I would like Chiller Chat to eventually become more of a I don't know, what would I use to describe it? More like a podcast, a radio show, but you're watching it, you know, and it's not going on iTunes, because I tried that once. I did a couple episodes on iTunes, and after that, nah. I couldn't keep up with that and this. So I want to keep it all into one type of format. So but those are possible changes coming up. Possible. So we'll see. Another big thing coming up, I think on January 4th. Boom. Nosferatu. Live Chiller Night Theater with Jack Shadow on January 4th, Friday. Friday, that would work also, depending on work for you and Ava. Yeah, we'll see. We'll and maybe I'll even throw a poll out there too. But I mean, if the weekends are our only time to see each other for a while, while we're juggling our work shifts, we may have to go with a Friday night thing. So we'll see. That might be the best route. And Brad says, and sometimes it can sort of be very tricky. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to get it so it's going to be one night, And maybe the best thing to do is not to break it up like a Tuesday night. The only reason, let me tell you why I did the Tuesday night thing like I'm doing right now. The only reason I did this was because I was trying to, I would talk to, if you remember just a couple weeks ago, I was doing this show live. I was having a regular Chiller Chat. I was talking to guests. Okay, that Tuesday night I would talk to the guests. As soon as I would get off here, I'd start editing the show. I'd get that all put together, make that into a file, and send it off to the TV station. And what you saw on Tuesday became Saturday night's episode. So rather than do that, I think maybe I'll just have everything on Friday nights. We'll see. I'm still trying to get an idea of how I want to do this, but we'll see. But those are just some ideas I wanted to kind of kick out there. And again, if you have anybody who you think would want to be a guest here on Chiller Chat, let me know. Or have them contact me at chillernighttheater.com. And again, here's the schedule for this coming, speaking of Chiller Chats, this coming Saturday night. The movie is The Bat. And of course, we're having Chiller Chat. This is a brand new one, Tops Paranormal. Tops has been on the show before, but this particular episode is going to be a brand new one. And then at 11:30, City of the Dead. And then 1:30, Chiller Chat with Aaron Madden. And at 2 a.m., The Bat. So, speaking of City of the Dead, I'll see you in about a minute.
This is Whitewood, Massachusetts. A young girl, a stranger, has come to Whitewood to do research. She has come, she thinks, to study.
Leave Whitewood. Leave Whitewood tonight. I beg of you. Leave before it is too late.
In spite of this warning, the girl lingers on. The guests are over 300 years old. Human blood keeps them alive forever.
Barlow. by the living God!
Okay. I guess I can take down the picture of Nosferatu now, but, well, no, I won't. I'm going to leave it up because it looks really cool, and I'll touch on it again one more time. That we'll be having a live Chiller Night Theater, not Chiller Chat, a live Chiller Night Theater. I will not be here, but a certain, what do you want to call it, Spirit of Halloween, Lord of Darkness, Sam Hain, the Boogeyman, Jack Shadow will be here, and he'll be hosting the movie Nosferatu, the 1922 silent feature Nosferatu, starring Max Schreck as Count Orlok. But we know he was really Dracula, but due to copyright issues, they had to call him Orlok. It's the same story, pretty much. But anyways, that will be coming up the first Friday in January. So we're going to start out 2019 with a very something we've never done before, a live Chiller Night Theater. And you, as viewers, can be chatting with Jack Shadow, not only during his dialogue sessions, but during the movie. So, and chatting with each other, chatting with Jack Shadow, he can be interacting with you, and then of course while he's delivering his dialogue, while he's actually on camera, you can interact with him as well. So that is oh boy, that's something different that I've never tried that before. So we're gonna give it a good honest effort. So we'll see how that goes. I think Nosferatu is the perfect movie for that. Brad says, have you ever heard of the Mothman of West Virginia? Legend has it. I have heard of that. Yes. In fact, about 2 weeks ago, I was going to have a guest on my show who actually had a Mothman sighting, and he's going to be on the show. In fact, maybe I think he wants to go to the studio instead of doing the phone in. But I could do yeah, I'm gonna have a guest on here. He's gonna tell us about his experience in actually witnessing the Mothman. So good evening all, John. Hey, thanks for joining us. This is a chiller chat. It is a little different than what we normally have, because I already have this Saturday's show already prepared, and that's going to be with Tops Paranormal. Whoops. That's going to be this Saturday night. So Tops has been on the show before in the past, and this is a brand new episode coming up. So I have my show for this Saturday. Next Tuesday, however, I will be doing a regular chiller chat where I'm interviewing a guest, and then that will be Saturday's show. So that's how that we'll get back on track then. And then Brad says Mothman. Yes. I have never seen a Mothman. Doesn't mean they're not out there, but I have talked to a gentleman. He and his wife actually saw it at the same time, and he was going to be on the show. And then at the last minute, he actually had to cancel out. And fortunately, and much to their credit, Annette and Rod said that they would jump in there and help me out. And they were guests on. They're going to be my guests for this Saturday night. So everything worked out great. And I intend to have, the guy's name is Dave. I'll have Dave on the show at a later time, hopefully very soon. And he can tell us about his experiences with seeing the Mothman. And I'll have to see if his wife's coming on too. I'm not sure. But Dave was actually also on, and get this, he was actually on the original Night of the Living Dead. He was one of the zombies. One of the many zombies, but Dave was actually one of the original flesh-eating ghouls in movie history. Let's see. Brad says he is very popular in West Virginia. My mom and aunt told me about him. Yes. Yeah, there have been all kinds of sightings, and it's usually, as I understand it, the sightings occur shortly before some type of disaster takes place. So, not always, but I think that's kind of the running theme of when the sightings occur. We'll see. I'm not sure if when this gentleman here I was talking to had something. I remember asking him about that, but I don't remember what the answer was. This was back a couple months ago. I talked to him, so we'll see. But again, if you are interested in being a guest on Chiller Chat, let me know. Contact me at chillernighttheater.com. There's a contact portion on the website. You can contact me and let me know what your topic is, and we'll see if that fits the theme of the show. Again, if it doesn't, maybe we can tweak it a little. You know, like I said, if you really want to be on the show that bad, you know, I'm sure we could make that work. We've had professional this is the Masked Superstars mask, by the way. I've had him on the show before, and had nothing to do with, you know, horror or science fiction or the paranormal. It was just super cool to me to have the superstar on my show, so I did that, and he gave me one of his authentic masks, so that was pretty neat. But it typically is a topic dealing with horror, science fiction, or the paranormal, or it could be a story about that. It could be a book or a movie or a comic. We had Daniel Doing, the creator of the Fringe Knight comic book. He was on the show, and he was talking about that. His character, the Fringe Knight, is a hero who battles the supernatural. He battles werewolves and vampires and all kinds of monstrosities. So, yeah, let me know if you want to be on. Just let me know. We could probably make that happen. All right. Anything else? I won't keep you guys that much longer because this is not a regular show like I normally do. Okay. Anything in the news today? Oh, you know, the guy who, I guess the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants, I guess he passed away. I think it was today. That was something, wait, John says, there was a movie made about the Mothman, filmed partly in Katanning. They used the bridge for some scenes. Oh, is that the one with Richard Gere? Was that, because I thought he was in a Mothman movie. Maybe I could look that up. I think I remember, because I watched one. I remember watching one about the Mothman. For some reason, I'm thinking it was Richard Gere. I'll take a few seconds and find out. Richard Gere, Mothman. Somebody commented. Mothman Prophecies. Yeah, the Mothman Prophecy. I don't know if that's the movie you're talking about, John, but oh, yes. Okay. Steven Hillenberg, creator of SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay, Brad's talking about the other. Okay. But yeah, yep, the Mothman Prophecies. Wow, that was a while ago, 2002. Okay. Okay, but that's the movie. Yep, I do remember watching that. And then Steven Hillenberg, creator SpongeBob SquarePants, died. Yeah, and he was only like 57 years old. I don't know if this was something for, you know, from natural causes, or that seems pretty young, but you know, I guess it happens, of course, but that's too bad. That's something. Oh well, that's interesting. was actually a funny show. I used to watch it when the kids would watch it. And I had what's that? John says too young. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's way too young. Way too young. Of course, I have no idea, what the cause of death was. I hadn't heard anything like that. I don't know if you heard, Brad, but I haven't heard anything like that. I don't know. Maybe he was in poor health. I guess you never know. At that age, you certainly want to take care of yourself, but who knows? ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. Oh, did he? Okay, all right. So he had been sick then for some time. So it's not something that occurred just spontaneously. All right. Well, that's too bad. And then the week before that, we had a week or two before that, we had Stan Lee, the creator of a lot of the Marvel Comics heroes, pass away. Brad says terrible illness. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever known anybody who's had that, but I've heard it's a terrible thing to have to go through. So that's too bad. Well, maybe he's, I don't know. Who knows? I'll tell you what I would like to know. If anybody knows anybody, this is completely off topic of what we just talked about. Because really, I don't know what to say about something like that. It's just terrible that somebody, has a disease or passes away. That's a shame. They left behind a good little legacy, and some funny comics or cartoons, and Stan Lee with his creations a week or two ago. Although Stan Lee was 95, and like I said, good for him. That was a long life, very long life. He had a good life. So I certainly wouldn't complain if I were him. And Brad says, but his legacy of SpongeBob SquarePants is not dead. No, that'll go on for quite some time, I would imagine. I was going to mention something about, I'll look this up on my own. I'm trying to get a hypnotist on the show. I'd like to have some discussions with somebody who has some information on hypnosis, and if anybody knows anybody who is a hypnotist, or maybe can put me in touch with one, I'd really be interested in having one on Chiller Chat to discuss some things. So I'm really fascinated right now with the subconscious mind. Brad says he also directed Nick Rocco's Modern Life. I've never seen that. I've heard of it. I think Modern Life. I think I've heard of that, but I've never watched it. I don't, believe it or not, I don't watch that much TV. Frank says that'd be a cool show, and Brad says on Nickelodeon. Okay, Ava says Bob's on here. Did you see his comment? I did not see. All right, that is so weird. All right, I'm gonna have to look it up on here. I will look this up. No, I am not seeing. That is so weird. Why can I not see Bob's comments? Let me see here. It only goes back to, I don't see it. Bob's on here. Did you see his comments? I don't see it. I don't even see it on Facebook. On my phone, I can go on here and look. Let me check. He says, hey, Brian, tell Bob I says hi. Man. John says, I do not see them either. Okay, so it's not just me. All right. Brad says, Rocco's Modern Life, 93 to 96. I've never heard of that. What was that, a comedy? Was that a comedy or something? Modern Life? I'm not sure what that is. Okay, now let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. All right, let's see. 35 comments. See on here, it's not allowing me. Why? I can't even scroll up. I cannot even scroll up to look at them. I see Brad's comments here, and I saw Ava's. That's it. Well, that is a bit frustrating. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. It's only giving me 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's only giving me the last 4 comments. It says there's been 36 comments. I see where Bob has liked this. He gave it a thumbs up. But, well, I'll do a real quick recap. Unfortunately, I can't see. I can't see it. Daggone. Oh, Frank says, who's Bob? He sounds like a cool guy. And then Brad says, it's a cartoon. Yeah, Bob has, I've known him for years now. Bob is actually, he knew Jack Shadow quite a bit ago, back in, oh geez, just years ago, back when we were doing the haunted houses. Bob helped out with that. Plus, we used to work, I didn't really know him at the time, but we used to actually work at the same place like almost 20 years ago, briefly. I worked there for a little bit, but then Bob and a couple of his friends met Ava and my family, and we went to Conneaut Lake Park this Halloween, or we went to a haunted house, and we were filming it, streaming it live during the time. And it's a weird thing because I thought that we went to Ghost Lake, and I thought that we were just going to walk right in, get our tickets, and be able to just kind of navigate around the park and do a show, stream it live from a haunted attraction. No, we did the entire show standing in line, and then at the very last, like maybe 10 minutes, we got our tickets, got in. We went right to the Devil's Den, and Brad says there's everything that you like about Bob. But we went right to the devil. Oh, you know what? I'm going to pull that up real quick. I want to show you because I never got to show this. Speaking about that, at the Ghost Lake, I never showed the Devil's Den. I'm going to take you guys through the Devil's Den. It's a dark ride. It takes like 3 minutes to go through, but I've never showed it. I'm going to show it this time. I'm going to show it. All right. Just talk amongst yourselves. All right, I'll have this up here in just a second. All right, and then we'll get back to a regular chiller chat next week, because I already have the show for this right there. All right, I don't think you can see the Devil's. Oh yeah, it's out.
I can shine light.
No. I'm thinking no, you were seeing part of that. Okay, I'll go right back to that here in a second. We were at Conneaut Lake Park, Ghost Lake. Okay, Bob and his friends came out. We were going to. It was the only thing I had time to film. Before it was getting up to 9 o'clock, and we were starting the Chiller Night Theater on at 9 p.m. on Stream TV. So. Brad says, very long line. Yeah, if you see that tape, it's just incredible how many people there were. John says, you either have to get there early or go on Sunday. Yeah. Oh, Gerald. Hey, Gerald. My kids love Devil's Den. Yeah. I tell you what, I was surprised, though, because when we went some years ago. Now, granted, it was probably like 8 years ago, but when we went, Ava and I, and I think Brent went with us, and we met somebody else there. But we went right in. I mean, there was no line. No line. We went right in, got our tickets, and we could go to anything. They said that they had 13 levels of fear. I don't know anything about that, because we only got to like 5 of them. It was so packed. And I kid you not, that place was just packed. The entire place was packed. We only got to like experience like 5 of those levels of fear, you know, and some of them weren't bad, you know. It looks like they really did put some work into it this year. I was happy with that. But what I'm going to show you right now, Brad says, I hope you had a great time there. We did, and then it downpoured, but it didn't do it until like almost midnight. So now I got to tell you something. We were there from like, well, you saw, we got in there around 9 o'clock, and we were there until, you know, we spent like 3 hours there. We could only go on like five of the attractions. That's how crowded it was. So that was my only complaint, is we didn't get to experience everything because of the crowd. Now here, I'm going to show you the Devil's Den. What is it? Maybe like 3 minutes long. But this is just so cool. Takes me back to my childhood. You know, hopefully, if you haven't been there in a while, this will drudge up some good memories. So this is us on back just this last month. I think it was the first or second Saturday of the month we went to. I'll tell you, no, I won't, because I don't have my calendar. Okay, but like the first, I think it was the second Saturday in October. So here we go, the Devil's Den. Right there. All right, I don't think you can see the Devil's Den. Oh yeah.
Wait, I can shine light.
No. I'm thinking that. We don't want to make things too light. Hey! That's blasphemy to one in the tribe to shine the light. All right, folks, we have just a few more people to go, and then we'll be entering the Devil's Den. The Devil's Den. All right, folks, it's getting pretty serious.
It's 9:03.
9:03. If you're still with me, you're going through the Devil's Den with me.
So this is the extended version now.
This is, yes, we're in extra time. We're in overtime. We are in overtime.
Do you have anybody with us?
We got some people.
Now.
We got some people. Things are getting pretty serious, folks. Pretty serious. All right, you guys got your tickets?
Do we need a ticket?
I think, yeah, they gotta pop them here. They gotta punch them.
Oh, is this one of the fear ones?
Yeah. Yeah, see the Devil's Den on our ticket?
Oh, okay.
You guys.
All right, good luck, Bob.
All right, Bob. Hope to see you again.
Yeah, brother Bob.
There he goes.
All right, you guys going?
All right, go ahead.
We're gonna be squished, you know that, right?
Thank you, sir. All righty.
All right. Oh, gosh, you're on my fanny pack.
Yes.
All right, good luck, boys.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, let me turn this.
All right.
That almost did. There's Bob. That almost did not make it. That was kind of scary right there, for real.
This tells me better. Is that bubble gum?
There's all kinds of gum up here.
gum.
Well, you can make a meal out of this. All right. Look at this.
There we go.
Whoa. Oh, the humanity! Oh, the fear! What lies around this corner? No! No, folks! I don't think we're gonna make it. faster than I remember.
Yeah.
They must have really cranked up the...
Where were the red and orange boxes? Where's our orange boxes?
Hey, look at that.
Where's the orange boxes that you go through?
I don't know. I
He does.
just don't know. For the love of God.
Oh, you all right?
All right, we made it. Thank you.
I didn't see any yellow boxes or orange boxes.
That was probably like 30 years ago.
Oh no.
Well, we still have viewers. Any of you left? No, that was just a trip down memory lane for me. Not only last month, of course, but just all the big dumb fun I had at Conant Lake Park growing up, and being on the Devil's Den. Now, how many of you remember, Gerald? You and I are the same age, so maybe you remember this. Dracula's Cave. It was another dark ride there that a lot of people have never heard of. A lot of people younger than us. Now, John said something that I had no idea. He said that it just reopened a couple years ago. It was a walkthrough for a couple years. I had no idea. That would be so different to walk through it. Brad says, "Duh, the guy seriously, that guy seriously got me." Ava says, "If it was only brighter." Well, yeah, but that's what makes it spooky, you know, kind of scary. I don't know. Yeah, well, that was the best I could do on my phone. So, but yeah, that was kind of fun. I will I'll recap real quick, real quick, and then I'm not gonna. I mean, I can't. I was only gonna stay on here for like 15 minutes tonight. But this is what kind of makes it fun, is when I get the interaction going. Still looked awesome, Brad says. Yeah, I think so. That was cool. Now, once again, don't forget, now this Saturday night, after the pre-show and after Chiller Night Theater. In fact, I'm going to put up the schedule. Boom! Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, 9 p.m., Chiller Night Theater. The movie is The Bat. Now at 11 p.m., you can see we have a new episode of Chiller Chat, and our guest that night will be Tops Paranormal. 11:30, Chiller Night Theater. The movie is City of the Dead. And then at 1:30 a.m., Chiller Chat with guest Aaron Madden. And then 2 a.m., Chiller Night Theater. Once again, the movie, our feature movie, is The Bat. So right there it is. We'll be talking about that more on, and there will be our guest right there, Tops Paranormal. That'll be this Saturday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Stream TV. How do you watch that? You go to streammedia.tv. That's streammedia.tv. And you can either watch it streaming live, online, or you can connect to their Roku channel. Now, I say their Roku channel. Don't go on your Roku device and look up Stream TV. It will be another Stream TV. There are several other Stream TVs out there, because that's kind of like a John Smith name type of thing for a Roku app, I think. I'm guessing, because I couldn't find it. Go to the website. Go to streammedia.tv. Go over to the side. Go a few blocks down. You'll see a Roku, a box there. It says Roku. Click on that. You'll get the code. You can connect through that website to the Stream TV's app and watch it on Roku. Watch it on your big screen TV and all that good stuff. So that will be this Saturday night. So don't forget. They're going to be talking about their paranormal investigations and some of the equipment that they use to hear the spirits. So that's kind of neat in the sense their presence. All right, take that down. And once again, some changes might be coming up with Chiller Chat. That's kind of why I wanted to get on here too. Just to let you know, this might be coming. down the road within the next couple months, maybe at the beginning of 2019. Not sure, but I am bringing it up because I'm probably going to be combining the Chiller Night Live pre-show with Chiller Chat. Make it into more of a podcast type of show where we're doing what we do with the Chiller Night pre-show, okay, the interaction, and then at some point there we'll have a set bracket of time of 30 minutes where we will be talking to a guest, which is what we normally do here on Chiller Chat. Again, I didn't do that tonight because we already have this Saturday's episode. So, already taken care of, but I still wanted to get on here tonight just to let you know about some of this stuff coming up. So, and again, if you're interested in being a guest on Chiller Chat, contact me. You can contact me at chillernighttheater.com. There's a menu there for contact. Or, I mean, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you contact me. I had somebody tell me last night through Facebook, they pointed me in the direction of somebody who I got in touch with, and now they're going to be a guest on the show. So another paranormal investigator. So let me know about it. We talk about topics such as horror and science fiction and of the paranormal. And if you're not sure whether what you want to talk about would apply to the show, let me know. We'll figure it out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But most likely, if you're wanting to be on this show, it probably does. I would imagine. So, folks, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. It's 8:52. Wow. Okay. This turned out being longer than I thought for not having a guest on the show. But join me Saturday night. I'll be on here for the pre-show at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then following that up with Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat beginning at 9 p.m. until your guess is as good as mine. I'm going to say about 3:30. That's usually the average. 3:30, 3:45 in the morning. So, and that's every Saturday night. It's every Saturday night. Lots and lots and lots and lots of work goes into me bringing this to you. So just if you could do me a favor on Saturday nights, stuff like when I'm doing the pre-show live, if you could share it, I would appreciate that. That really helps me out. I'm really trying to grow the internet, my internet presence. So if you like what I'm doing here now, if you enjoy this, if you enjoy the Saturday night shows, just share. If you could share it, that'd be awesome. I would really appreciate it. If you don't do that, I'd still like to have you join me and interact with me. So I appreciate that as well. So, folks, I will see you Saturday night. So until then, have a good night. Have a good chiller night. We will see you then.